Have you ever wondered what secrets lie beneath the ground you walk on? Welcome to a thrilling exploration into the enigmatic world of Washington's geological past. It's a tale that goes back billions of years, a narrative written in stone, etched by time, and shaped by the formidable forces of Mother Nature herself. Let's start by setting the scene. Imagine a time when the Earth was still young, and the land that would become Washington was merely a twinkle in the cosmos's eye. This is the Proterozoic Era, the first act in our geological drama, where the foundations of our state were laid deep beneath the ocean's surface. Next, we move on to the Paleozoic Era, when life began to take hold in earnest. The land that is now Washington was still submerged, but life was exploding in the seas. Corals, trilobites, and early fish left their mark in the fossil record, offering tantalizing clues to the world that once was. Then comes the Mesozoic Era, the age of dinosaurs. The land began to rise above the sea, and the first dinosaurs walked where we now tread. But we'll leave the dinosaur story for another scene. For now, know that this era left an indelible mark on the landscape. Fast forward to the Cenozoic Era, the age of mammals. Here, the forces of nature sculpted the land into the familiar shape we know today. Volcanic eruptions, glaciers, and shifting tectonic plates all played their part in crafting the Washington we know and love. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. This is just the broad brushstrokes, the big picture. The devil, as they say, is in the details. And in the case of Washington's geological history, those details are fascinating, perplexing, and sometimes downright mind-boggling. So buckle up and get ready to delve deep into the Earth's crust, to a time when mammoths roamed the land and volcanoes shaped the skyline. Stay with us as we journey back in time to uncover Washington's geological mysteries. Imagine a time when Washington was nothing more than a fiery, volcanic landscape. Let's take a journey back, way back, to a time before time as we know it, the Precambrian Era. This was the dawn of Washington. An era so ancient, it makes the pyramids look like yesterday's news. Now, the Precambrian era was not your average Sunday picnic. It was a time of chaos and creation, a real game changer. This was when Washington was born, not with a whimper, but with a bang, a big volcanic bang. Picture this, molten lava spewing from the Earth's crust, creating a fiery spectacle that would make the best of fireworks look like a damp squib. This volcanic activity was not just a one-time show. It was a constant defining feature of the era. It was as if the Earth was a master potter and Washington was its clay. The lava flowed and cooled, shaping and molding the landscape, giving birth to the mountains and valleys that would come to define Washington's unique topography. But why is the Precambrian era so significant, you ask? Well, it's not just about the fireworks. This was the era that laid the foundation for Washington's rich geological diversity. The volcanic activity brought a wealth of minerals to the surface, minerals that would later prove crucial in shaping the state's economic and cultural history. It was a time of creation and destruction, a time when the Earth was flexing its muscles, showing us what it was capable of. The fiery volcanic landscape was not just a spectacle, it was a testament to the raw, untamed power of nature. And so, as the Precambrian era drew to a close, Washington was left with a landscape that was as diverse as it was dramatic. The stage was set, the props were in place, and the actors were ready to make their entrance. The Earth had done its part. Now it was time for life to take center stage. Little did this fiery world know it was setting the stage for a series of dramatic transformations. Fast forward to an era where colossal creatures roamed our planet. Picture Washington during the Mesozoic Era, a time when dinosaurs were the undisputed kings of the land. The landscape was a far cry from what we see today, with lush forests and vast seas teeming with life. The dinosaur age left an indelible mark on Washington's geology. As these massive beasts moved about, they stirred up the earth, helping create the rich layers of sediment we find today. And let's not forget the fossils, remnants of a time when giants walked the earth frozen in stone for millions of years. Now imagine a Tyrannosaurus Rex stomping through what would one day be downtown Seattle, or a pterodactyl soaring over the Cascades. It's a thrilling thought, isn't it? But even the reign of the dinosaurs had to come to an end, making way for a new era. Imagine a world frozen in time, a world covered in sheets of ice. Now, we're stepping into the Pleistocene epoch, otherwise known as the Ice Age. This was a period of long winters and short summers, where the Earth's geography was dramatically altered by glaciers, and Washington was no exception. The state was reshaped, remodeled, and redefined by these icy architects, creating a geological masterpiece that we see today. The Ice Age in Washington was a time of monumental change. Picture this: colossal glaciers, stretching as far as the eye can see, slowly inching their way across the landscape. These glaciers were not just chunks of ice, they were powerful sculptors, carving out valleys, molding mountains, and even creating entirely new landforms. One such creation is the channeled scablands. Now, despite the rather unflattering name, the scablands are a testament to the raw, primal power of ice. These were formed when a gigantic glacial lake, Lake Missoula, broke its icy dam and unleashed a torrent of water across eastern Washington. This flood was no ordinary deluge. It was a cataclysmic event that tore through the landscape, creating a network of deep channels or scablands in its wake. But the Ice Age wasn't all about destruction. It was also a time of creation. As the glaciers retreated, they left behind a rich, fertile soil, perfect for plant life to take root. They carved out deep, clear lakes, creating habitats for a plethora of aquatic life. And they shaped the rugged, dramatic landscapes that make Washington such a uniquely beautiful place. But the glaciers weren't the only ones busy at work. Beneath the ice, the Earth itself was changing. Volcanic activity heated the frozen ground, creating a complex network of hot springs and geysers. It was a land of fire and ice, a paradoxical world where extreme cold met extreme heat. As the ice retreated, it left behind a transformed landscape ready for the arrival of the first humans. This is the legacy of the Ice Age in Washington, a testament to the power of nature to shape and reshape our world. Fast forward to the present day, where the echoes of the past are written in the landscape. Washington, the Evergreen State, is a testament to the dynamic forces that have shaped it over millennia. Each mountain range, valley, and coastline tells a unique story of the state's geological history. First, let's consider the majestic Cascade Range, home to some of the most iconic peaks in the United States. These mountains didn't just appear overnight. Oh no. They are the result of millions of years of tectonic activity, where the Juan de Fuca plate has been steadily pushing itself under the North American plate, causing the land above to lift and form the peaks we see today. Imagine that, the ground beneath our feet, rising up to touch the sky. Moving on to the fertile valleys of the Yakima and Columbia River. These aren't just beautiful landscapes, but also reminders of the immense power of the Ice Age floods. As the waters receded, they carved out these valleys, leaving behind rich and fertile soil that today supports Washington's booming agricultural industry. And let's not forget the rugged coastlines of the Olympic Peninsula. These are the work of the relentless Pacific Ocean, carving and shaping the land over countless years. Even now, the coastline continues to evolve, shaped by the ebb and flow of the ocean tides. Finally, the channeled scablands, a seemingly barren landscape, but a fascinating testament to the catastrophic floods that once swept across the region. The unique patterns and deep channels are a direct result of the violent waters that once raced across the land. Our journey ends here, with the understanding that every step we take in Washington is a step on ancient grounds, a testament to the power and mystery of geological history.